Welcome back, everyone, to the VR League, where it is now a dab-free zone. We're here live in the Cologne studios for ESL, brought to you by Intel. I'm Justin Kaplan. This is Blue. No more dabs today. We have actually
as far as you know,
we've been told from our bosses no more dabs are allowed. We actually hit our dab limit for the show. I do have to say, though, your DPS, your dabs per second, was quite atrocious. But technically, it's like you at least have a positive number. Mine's 0. But, you know, and your dab form was terrible, by the way, because your hand was like curved. Like when you dab, you don't curve.
It's precautionary. I didn't want to hurt. I didn't want to hurt the TV.
Oh, you ready? Hard angle, like straight line. That's how you get the dab going. That's
See, we almost got him.
It's not a dab.
He's done about half of a dab now.
Doesn't count. You can't have those together.
We got very close.
Yeah, very close, but close is not far enough, unfortunately, for you. We do have a match coming up. It's going to be Kairos up against, if I'm not mistaken, Team Telepathy.
Yes.
So, it'll be interesting to see how that match will break down. And obviously, we'll be heading to that in a few moments of time. It's going to be a rematch of what we had as our first game of the day, where Kairos did win in a very one-sided fashion.
Yeah.
Which does lead me to believe that we're going to have Kairos move into the grand finals, where then it's going to be a very one-sided fashion again against Smash Dash. But maybe they can do some different things. Maybe Team Telepathy can start to show up here. And we should be getting underway in just a few seconds. I'm afraid to look at Twitch chat because they're probably really upset.
VR Jersey's not happy with you. That's the gist of.
Everyone's really mad in chat because I said this is now a dab-free stream.
Like, see, respect for Blue. Jason is poo. That's the word of the day from Twitch chat right there.
And he's now banned from the tournament. So we still don't have a screen capture of me dabbing. Oh gosh, there's another one.
All right, well, we are into the action now, folks. Yeah. Taking a look at things here. We did have some closer contests going on in the previous matchup there. And actually, well, what is this? This is just a big bundle of players, but Team Telepathy ends up coming out on top of it. It's a good thing they do as well, as that could have allowed for a very easy scoring opportunity to present itself to Kairos. Doesn't work out that way, however. Telepathy having a little bit of trouble getting past the midfield and ends up just getting sent back the other way. Oh, in fact, it does bounce in. Don't even know if that ended up being intentional or not. It just worked out to be circumstantial, but it'll work out for Kairos as they manage to secure themselves an easy opening goal as it bounces around the arena and gives them a 3-pointer to start.
So a good initial start. You know, a couple, like 30 seconds in, basically, out of them. Twing Pants somehow making that one get in, and Team Telepathy seemed to be struggling with some of the things they had happened before in the first match. Passing was definitely something that they were struggling with when we did get to cast them before. But surprised to see them beat Ducks Quack, because Ducks Quack, like, smashed teams. They smashed the team. Wait, who did they smash earlier on? Because it was a very one-sided game when we cast them. Because you watched Ducks smash against Leftovers, and then, or sorry, Ducks Quack against Leftovers, and Ducks Quack lost to Telepathy. But when we saw the first match of the day, that wasn't even close when they played Kairos. So the transitive property has really let me down.
Fortunately, it doesn't usually work in esports as well as you would have liked. So it's a bit anecdotal, unfortunately, when it comes down to esports terms.
You know, if Blast or whoever, if maybe Team Gravity changed Team Jason Dablin, maybe I'll think about it if they get into OC5.
You just want
if they get into OC5, maybe.
You just want your name up on a big screen, don't you?
I've actually thought about sponsoring like a team before, just to have like my name on their team. But then, you know, I remember I'm a caster and I don't make much money, so I probably couldn't afford it. Meantime, 3 minutes and 20 seconds left, and
got dark.
Yeah, it got very dark. Do you wonder why I'm so skinny?
There's potentially 150 euros waiting for you.
But it's not mine. It's charity, right?
That's true.
Right now, I think it's Jersey who actually has the money. I think it's been given to him, so he's just gonna keep the money.
Okay.
I'm like working corners for him, doing dabs for money, and he's keeping it, and I get nothing. Kairos, though, a long distance shot coming through, and it's gonna bounce off the rim. Unfortunate shot coming in out of middle, man. He has a second chance here. No, he doesn't actually. There's 2 people in the.
Oh,
there's 2 people in the goal.
Threaded the needle. Nicely done by middleman there. Finds the opening in the goalie setup and manages to penetrate. It's a very well done from him. It will be only a 2-pointer, however, but still, it's a good start regardless for Kairos, as they now go up to 5 overall. We've got a little over half the time left on the clock.
Yeah, just 20.59 seconds extra over the halfway point. Anyways, 5-0. Yeah, I don't understand how you make that shot, by the way. You missed the 3-pointer, but then you hit the shot against 2 goalies. Like, all right, you know, you missed the easy ones, but the hard ones you can make. And hey, to be fair, it puts them up to 5-0. And Team Telepathy have really not really been able to have a shot on the goal. This is going to be one of the first times if they can actually get a position to do it. Actually, nice little pass off to the teammate of Ducky. Ducky goes for the shot, gets blocked out by a middleman. Being the middleman between the opponent and the goal, clearly.
So now, quick launch from Telepathy stops this disc from floating too far into their own territory. And a quick pass forward as well puts it into the hands of Ramus. Great opportunity to score being presented to these guys now, and they will take it. Telepathy finally getting themselves onto the board. It will be a 2-pointer. The goalie does his job of translating the shot from a 3-pointer down to a 2-pointer at minimum, but unfortunately cannot win the 1v2. So it goes in, and Telepathy score their first goal of the match.
Yeah, it should be almost borderline impossible to ever win a 1v2 as a goalie, because you always have to worry about that second opponent who can just stun you up and prevent you from having a chance to ever block. But now into Kairos' chance with the disc on their side. Let's see what they can do with it. Again, they could potentially drag out time, but I would imagine they want to put more points on the board here, keep that distance to 2 goals between the two teams, because now it's just a 1-goal difference if you can hit that 3-pointer for Telepathy. And that pass, that one a little bit wild, a little bit too far ahead of the person who's aimed for of Twang Pants.
I thought it was going to bounce in like randomly again.
No Affentera shots.
Yeah. Looked like it was going to work out that way for a sec, but it doesn't end up going that way. Oh, and as well, you see Twang nearly being able to go for a quick little fadeaway shot there, but it does not work out. You know, I used that wrong again. But I'm realizing it now, at least, though. It's just getting out of the habit. That's the problem.
It's fine. Yeah.
I corrected myself that time.
I wasn't going to correct you.
Yeah.
Because I honestly didn't hear what you said.
I used to fade away incorrectly again.
Yeah, you did.
Yeah. But we will see another goal scored by Team Telepathy as they go up now 4-5 against Kairos. They really just walk it right in. Unfortunately, not a lot of defense being put up that time by Kairos. So Telepathy are actually going to get a pretty simplistic goal for themselves to put it up to 4-5 as we come down to the wire here now in the last minute and a half.
1 point difference. 1 minute, 34 seconds left. I'm waiting to say like tackle and just every sports term in they possibly can. Does the crossover, behind the back, loop to loop.
We need since we could name like the type of throws the disc could do. We could start like taking references from like hockey. Like, oh, that was a slap shot right there. We wanted to start pulling in. We wanted to reach really far out there.
Real soon. This rate keep dabbing. A minute 12 left. And Telepathy on the attack, actually. We need to see the slingshot come in to put up some sort of defense from downtown. The shot comes through, and Infinity hits the 3-pointer, and they now have the lead here with 1 minute and 7 seconds to go.
Well done by Team Telepathy, pushing themselves forward. Not even using that much time either. That works kind of as a two-way street, as it does give them more opportunities to score again and increase this lead, but unfortunately, it also is now going to present the chance for Kairos still to rescore and make up the difference to try to take the lead themselves with a little over a minute remaining. That previous goal took about 30 seconds off the clock, so a quick one from Team Telepathy to now take the lead. But Kairos still have a chance to run the comeback within this last minute.
What did you just do? Someone in chat's like, what was that, a slap shot? Oh, man. Anyways. 57 seconds. Kairos is going to be on the back foot here. Telepathy might have a chance to break through into the grand finals and get their berth into the regionals. Keep in mind, the winner of this match will go through to that one. That'll be happening in just a few weeks' time, not too far away. And then 8 teams from each region will have a chance to be one of the 2 going to Oculus Connect 5. Now the disc on Telepathy's side, actually picked up here by Kairos, and they go for the 2-pointer. They will tie things up. Twang Pants able to outmaneuver his opponent there in the one-on-one. And now 35 seconds to go. There's a good chance we're going to be hitting an overtime here.
Another 3-pointer, or excuse me, another 2-pointer coming in there, this time from Kairos' own end, and taking about 30 seconds off the clock once more. So if Telepathy can keep the strategy going the way it has been working, it's actually a good chance we see them score within the last like 2 to 3 seconds. But time, of course, will add the additional pressure to them, and we could see them slip up as a result of that, taking this into overtime instead. We'll find out about that right now, though, as the launch gates have opened, and this could be problematic. Did the disc get cleared? Yes, thankfully it did. Sent over to Ramus just past the midfield, and immediately the 2 players from Kairos will start to back up on their own. Are they going to be able to get back there in time? Thankfully they will, as Telepathy has an unfortunate miss of their pass. They're slowing down their approach to the goal line immensely. Ramus, though, now inside of the 3-point bubble, tries to go for a shot up top. Won't work out. Everyone diving on that disc to get it away from this goal. We're in Telepathy's case, try to push it back in, but I don't think time is going to play out to their favor. It is running out in just a moment. So this is going to go to overtime, ladies and gentlemen, to settle the opening round between these 2 teams and find a team that will take an advantage here early and go up 1-0.
Yeah. Also, oh, okay. Hey, we're on camera apparently. I thought we were waiting for overtime to kick off. So I'll sit. Actually, if I sit down, we're about the same height. So maybe I should just stay here. You know, production getting antsy. They really want to get me on camera again to see if I dab. It's fine. I understand.
I was swaying rapidly, so it was a good thing I caught that before we went on camera.
That's the effects of dabbing it has on your body. It's very, very difficult.
It's throwing me off balance now. You know.
Yeah. Especially when you're
move some tectonic plates or something like that with the dab. I got to be careful.
That's what happens when you have terrible angles. You can see though the disc moving up for Telepathy. They're trying to actually get a daisy chain back across. It looks like they will be able to slingshot at least one more defender here for Kairos Society. He actually gets the interruption, gets the punch onto him. Now can he get some sort of pass forward? He passes directly into the opponent. Telepathy is able to pick up the disc again here to look for a forward pass. They finally have their last teammate coming up to act as their anchor. Infinity, he gets punched up here. It's just a battle. It's a brawl. No blood, but there's computer parts everywhere here between the two teams.
We will now see the pickup going over towards Infinity. It's a big group, in fact. 5 out of 6 players all on top of each other right now. Remus, though, breaks away. Infinity's going to move in 1v1 versus the goalie, but Middleman will block it, sends it back out. However, it's into the hands, potentially, of a player from Team Telepathy. There we go. Remus picks it up. He's going to start taking it right back the other way, and the attempt from Kairos to interfere with it has now failed. Ducky can move in. They try to interrupt with him, but no, it's going to leave Middleman alone again. He stops the first attempt. Martin stops the, or Middleman, excuse me, stops the second, and it's thrown out. Finally, past the midfield as a great defensive effort is put up there by Kairos.
I don't even know how the hell Middleman just did that, but he had to channel his inner Affenterre because he held on to that goal so well. The problem is he might have to do it yet again here. They finally do get back. They get the interruption and they get the interception. Most importantly, the clear, trying to go forward, but they just can't get it through these giant holes that are on the arena. Team Telepathy keeping the disc on the opponent's side. 30 seconds left to go in this first round of overtime. We might even hit a second at this rate as Kairos finally get the disc. They finally get a proper clear, and they're going to daisy chain across. Oh my gosh, he's by himself. He misses the disc. That could have been it. Middleman, who's come up so big in the goal, can't catch the disc on this flyby. But we're going to have at least one chance here for Kairos to score. And that was not a great attempt.
Yeah.
That was pretty lackluster.
Coming down to 10 seconds left on the clock. It's actually been a while since I've had a game take the full 2 minutes off the clock, but no, we aren't going to need that today as Telepathy scores at the last second. Oh, not the last second, the last 6 seconds, but that'll do the trick anyway. 10-7 will be the final score as a result of that, and Telepathy will take the opening round.
Now, if not mistaken, Blue, you did say in the break that if Telepathy did win in overtime with 6 seconds left, it was the weirdest bet I've ever heard, and I don't even know why you brought up these numbers. You said you would dab again on air.
Blatant lie.
You have no proof of that.
You forgot, however, the precondition that I said I would only do that dab if you dabbed first, so...
But the condition of that was I would do it off air, not on stream during a break, so...
I don't remember that part.
Well, maybe you should pay attention to what I say a little more often. But that will be Telepathy with the first map here in the best of 3. And now Kairos, who was 1 game away earlier on, has a chance to fall short. They could potentially be out of the bubble and not make it through to the regional qualifiers. That would be unfortunate for them, especially since they already beat Telepathy earlier on today in our first match. But hey, if you can't show up when the time comes, then you can't win, just like Blast did at the UK Invitational. I'm looking at you, Affenterre.
Well, gosh. That was a bit brutish.
That was a bit what?
Brutish.
Brutish.
Yeah.
You know, he just wasn't jammy enough.
That's a UK reference right there. Well, ladies and gentlemen, that second round should be coming up in just a couple of seconds. I imagine we just have to wait for the players to reset it, and then it will go live once again, and we'll see the second round get played out here. And if Team Telepathy can pull off the 2-0, bit of an upset considering the result from earlier, of course, and eliminate Kairos, stop them from qualifying for the regionals, and, well, more importantly, qualify themselves for that main event coming up in just a couple of weeks.
No, wrong. It's the other way around. More importantly, they stop Kairos from qualifying, and then I guess they get to qualify too.
Yeah. That's correct.
It's not wrong. It's just I wanted you to be harsh. I wanted you to be more brutish.
Yeah.
You know, I wanted you to make someone miffed.
That one was too easy when they gave us that one.
Don't be such a wazzick.
I'm amazed you remember all these. I forgot like 90% of them.
That was the 3 that I remember. Minted. There we go. It's the 4th one.
Yeah. That was the other one. I forgot. What did that one even... Is that what that one meant?
Yeah.
Okay.
Jammy was lucky.
I thought that was... No, Jammy was lucky. Okay. See, I completely forgot all these words from... We did a segment for anyone.
You can get a bald gene if you don't dab. Well, joke's on you. My mom's dad's bald. My dad's mom's bald. Balding, or dead. So technically she's bald, I guess. My dad's dad was balding. I think he's dead too. Actually, I have no grandparents. Maybe I should just move on from this one. But I have a head of hair.
It's getting really dark.
You know, I think I'm a milkman's son, but we'll see. As now 4 minutes and 50 seconds left on the clock for this one. Team Telepathy up 1-0 in the series. If you don't dab, you'll never find love. I'm 30 and I work in video games. I don't think I'm ever finding love, okay? I've come to closure with that one.
We are going to see a quick launch go out and eventually now lead into Kairos kind of having possession. It won't stay that way for long, though. Telepathy gets in their immediate path, steals the disc away, and sends it flying, almost actually having a bit of a trigonometry effect there to go for the goal. And no, oh, that would have been amazing if it went. I don't even think Infinity even grabbed it there. So she ended up just slapping it. I think Infinity is a she, by the way. I think I saw someone talking about that in Twitch chat earlier, so was not aware of that.
Robots
before.
do not have a sex. I'm sorry.
But then what pronoun do you use? I think Ducky just dabbed. By the way, just wanted to give a shout out to that.
No, he didn't.
Ducky's not afraid of.
It's censored on stream.
Ducky's not afraid of showing his true self.
And what's his true self? A 13-year-old kid who loves Mountain Dew and Doritos?
Fabulous person who loves to dance. That's what he is. In fact, I think he did like the rapid dab. I think he did like the left, right dab thing, if I saw it correctly. Dab. I thought the machine gun dab was when you did it with one side and you just like moved your arms really quickly.
Then what's the other one?
I guess that's an infinite dab when you do the arms. At least that's what it's called in Fortnite. So you just made it 10 times worse. Well, can you just what's going on?
I want Smelma back so we can get back on topic.
Oh my goodness. Disc, this is actually getting pretty intense right now. Both teams really going back and forth at each other in terms of disc possession right here. But as we see, Infinity will launch in and she'll be able to secure it as well. Very well played out there. The assist coming in from Ramus, but it is a second goal now secured by Team Telepathy as they go up 4-0 in the first minute and a half of the match.
Oh my gosh, really? Smells in chat, and his name's Smell, S-M-E-L. So Twitch TOS catches that name, but, gets by other places, I guess. Team Telepathy up 4-0, as you mentioned, 3 minutes and 30 seconds in. And they're off to a strong start here. They're starting to look actually really good. I think they've maybe woken up where they previously were struggling the first time they did meet Kairos. And this is a hell of a time to do it. We do see, though, Kairos on the attack. Nice little back pass comes through to open up a potential avenue for a shot. Pass comes back in from behind the goal, but does get cleared immediately here. Kairos still have the chance to properly attack with 3 minutes left, but they have not looked like the team we've seen earlier on.
White Band's having possession for right now. Looking for a pass opportunity to try to get this closer inside of the bubble. Martin the third picks it up down to Middleman now, and from the bottom of the arena, we will see Middleman secure it, distracting the goalie in the process, and now finally getting Kairos on to the board at 2-4.
Yeah, this was needed for them too. They need some sort of momentum back into this game. Oh my gosh.
I see your goal is getting closer, isn't it?
Yeah, it still says 60 on the page.
Did you refresh it?
I'm refreshing constantly. Maybe just take some time to update.
It might take some time. They have to validate the purchase and all that, I guess.
Well, I don't trust TutorialBot Jersey, because all the money's going to him right now. 2 minutes and 40 seconds left. Kairos, though, very aggressively pushed up. Get a decent clear to Telepathy, who's looking for a pass down the field, but smartly enough, Infinity actually just trying to drag in 2 players. Really well done by Infinity, just to keep the defenses away to look for a clear pass. But I think the pass wasn't quick enough because they're able to slingshot back into this one and get the disc for themselves.
It's going to be sent into the open, though, so either team could really pick this up. For Team Telepathy, though, it's a good thing they're the first to get to it, or at least in the case of Ducky, he's the first to get to it. Sent back the other way now, and picked up by Kairos at the midfield as Twang Pants is going to take possession for right now. Just floating through his opponents, actually, here. As he moves, finally sends the pass back over to Martin the third. Martin as well, looking for his own opportunity to try and push this forward a little bit. Sent it down, more importantly, and now tried to pass it back to a teammate, but that one, unfortunately, is going to miss. A bounce, though, will allow it to go back into the hands of Martin the third, where he's now holding, waiting for that opportunity to present itself again. Pass does bounce off of Twang, but unfortunately he misses it, so it's going to be Middleman that picks it up instead, and well, here comes Ducky stealing it away, but that won't matter. Oh, it seems like it would have gone in for sure there, but not close enough to the goal line. It's bounced back by Team Telepathy, and for now, because of that, they're going to stay in the lead, and as well, the disc will be sent to the other side. Kairos is quickly picking it back up. They are backing up towards their goal line, so they got to be a little bit careful there, but the attempt to clear it is an outright miss. Keeps it outside of the mid-tunnel. There'll be one more shot at this as they try to bounce it inside of the side tunnel. Middleman will complete that as he sends it flying over towards the orange team goal, Team Telepathy's goal, in fact. And Twang might even be able to make a run for it here. Could try to go for a three-pointer, and in fact will do just that, but crosses the line, so instead turns into a two-pointer, but that does tie us up again at 4-4. Even battle between these two teams, and just like the last round, it seems like it's going to come down to the wire.
Well, Kairos seem to have the superior movement, though, when it comes to actually battling out against each other. And yet Telepathy's still able to go head-to-head. I think, hands down, Kairos is moving better, but Telepathy's team play seems to have risen to a place where Kairos can't compete against them. But even at that rate, a minute left to go. Still dead even between the two teams. Kairos still fighting for their chance to get through into the regionals. Winner of this match will go through. Telepathy only needs one more round. And look at this push coming in. Look how aggressive and how deep they are. The pass is not going to come in forward. Actually come down the low-hand side and bounce up towards the goalie, but the goalie is not going to be able to secure the disc. They get it back into the hands of their own teammates, and Telepathy's just not hitting these shots correctly.
So Twang now taking possession, tries to clear it. Oh, actually, Team Telepathy overshoots a bit because I think they thought it was going to go past the midpoint. They keep the team together, though, so they can quickly jump onto this disc when it actually is sent past the midpoint, and they will immediately send it back the other way, trying to line up an opportunity to score, but they just can't seem to get control of the disc inside of their opponent's three-point bubble. So once more, it's retrieved by Twang. Martin III is ready to launch as soon as they loosen the disc, and in fact, he's going to have to punch an opponent in the process instead of going directly for that disc. It'll still work out, or at least he thinks that way. Both will stun each other here, in fact. Twang moves in just a few moments behind to pick it up, and he's going to be able to move in, but it seems like it should have gone in. However, it dings off the rim of the goal line and sends it back to the midfield once again. 10 seconds remaining. Let's see if Kairos can try to go for one more shot, sending it in over to a teammate, but they missed the pass, and I think that's going to seal it right here. Maybe they can still get one more attempt at it, but no. Unfortunately, time will expire first, so we go to overtime once again to settle the match.
Can Telepathy do it a second time in back-to-back rounds? Can they pull off the victory and steal away Kairos' chance of getting through into the regionals? I still don't know how 200 euros has been raised for a dab, but in the meantime, the focus is on this game. Let's see, the initial joust comes in. Looks like it will go the way of Kairos. On the disc on Telepathy's side. This is looking really bad for them. They need to get people back here quickly. They need to get a clear as fast as possible, and they do get it in the hands of a teammate, but no, it hits an island again, and Kairos have control of the disc.
Hit the goalie post on the way out there. It's unfortunate a miss of it to throw right there, so for now, Kairos are going to take it. They're not going to immediately jump in and try to score, however. They want to still try to line up a passing routine as they only need one score. They'll move in, they'll secure it, and with that, we go to a third round to settle this, as the final score ends up being 6-4 for Kairos, and the series will now tie at 1-1.
A shame for Telepathy. They almost took it 2-0 considering they lost to Kairos before, but they've done better now than they did in the initial match we had happen today in the semifinals. They're able to take a map against them, most importantly, or a round against them. But now they have to come together one more time and do it again. When they pretty much had, was it a 4-0 lead against Kairos? And then Kairos had 6 points back-to-back unanswered. It's unfortunate for Telepathy, but they need to come together if they want to have that chance to get through.
And we're going to see if they can come together in just a couple of seconds here, guys. Once more, just have to wait for the players to reset. Probably grab a drink of water in the process as well, as they have been going for about 15, 20 minutes now. So more than likely, some of them are feeling a bit winded.
Or even like an hour, no, 2 hours, actually.
Oh, that's true. I was talking about just this match. But they have been playing in general for a couple of hours now trying to qualify.
I mean, if they were well smart, they would have a giant sippy straw, like leading to them.
Will not get in the way?
No.
Like,
no.
Like you're playing and just
you know where it is, and you just grab it. You know, move it to your mouth and then put it back. You know, come on.
All right.
Well, here we go. Into our third round. Are we gonna hit overtime again? Do you think, Blue?
Well, I mean, we're 2 for 2, so I'd say it's likely. Oh, look at that. I think the goal's been reached. Come back to that a little bit. We do see Ducky trying to move in for a quick opening scoring opportunity, but he'll just miss it. It's a little bit too high. Banks off the rim once again, and it'll be Kairos to clear it, sending it back towards the midfield.
You see Kairos, though. Oh, wow. How does he actually get to clear that direction that fast? Unfortunately for him, doesn't have a teammate there to pick it up, though. So you have to be careful about this as they get the clearance. So look at that slingshot coming through. This should be almost guaranteed 3 points as long as you don't miss. And Infinity won't. That'll be 3 points on the board for Telepathy. Up 3-0 in the round. I think Telepathy have taken the lead, or have taken the first goal every single time so far now against them.
So it's a good start for Team Telepathy to push themselves ahead. Once again, the big question is whether they're going to be able to maintain that, not drop the advantage like we saw in the previous round. Launch gates are going to be moving out in just a moment here. Both of the teams are ready to move out. And here we go. Initial possession going into the hands of Kairos. It's going to be middleman that picks it up, sends it over to Martin. Martin will try to go for the long-range pass, but in the process of that, Ducky will intercept from Team Telepathy, taking it back the other way now. He passes first, tries to send it to Ramus, but misses the island there and banks it off of it. So it's a loose disc for now. Kairos retrieving it, but only punching it partially, so not having possession just yet. Ramus with a quick grab sends it down below, banks it. In fact, it almost goes in off that bank right there. And middleman wouldn't have been none the wiser. But we can see players from Team Telepathy trying to interrupt the clear from Kairos. That'll be unsuccessful. Sent out into the open. And Infinity having to race a little bit here to grab the disc. Now ready to launch with Ducky. The two of them are going to push forward, I think.
Ducky's trying to protect too. Because whenever someone comes in, he actually boosts off Infinity and then gets the punch in so they can continue to move the disc forward. The shot comes in, so they blocked out again, or he hit the rim, couldn't tell from that angle. The clear will come through though. And we need to see who has the better slingshot coming back. It's going to be number 82, middleman. They're actually going to overshoot again. The disc just bounces the wrong angle for them. And this buys time for everyone in Telepathy to get back and defend, or actually maybe try to go for attack here because you have Ramus pushed up far. As long as you get the pass towards him, we could see potentially a score coming through, but instead retreating back to the own goal. Not sure this is a smart move, but they are stalling for time. And maybe, I got someone, maybe there's a DC? No, they're actually just stalling? Wait, what? What was that?
We had this happen before too, so I'm trying to figure out what's going on. I think they're still playing.
I mean, everyone's still moving.
Okay.
Maybe they're waiting to see me dab. They're like, we're not gonna.
All right. Well, there's the reset. So I guess we're gonna. I guess something. I don't really know what the problem was. I'll try to get clarification on that as soon as possible. But it did just hear the rematch noise, so I guess we're gonna reset that.
Not sure. Guess we'll have to find out when the admins do tell us. A little unfortunate, obviously, with the kind of situation we're in, with it being at 1-1 apiece. Obviously don't want to lose the match because of a disconnect or something like that. So hopefully things get sorted soon. We'll obviously take attention towards the admins whenever we do know.
Could be.
Are you freaking kidding me?
What's it at?
No, it's not that. It's that VR League tweeted out.
Oh, well, I mean, now you have to. It's official now.
Now it's like, if you want to go to Oculus Connect 5, you got to do it. I like that pressure.
That could be the contingency, folks, that gets them to do it. We just got to get the folks from Oculus in here.
Like, do I really need the money that I would get for going to Oculus Connect? Do I really need that?
It's a bit more, 200 euros.
Well, anyways, hopefully our production can stop whispering things in my ear and tell me what's going on while we're waiting for the game to get back started, ready to go. I like how we have two producers in our ear. We have one who's like making jokes the entire time, and we have one who's actually trying to work and try to actually inform us of things.
I think the joke guy's fun. Like him. Well, we're still trying to figure out.
They're talking over each other, and one of them's way louder than the other, and the one that's louder than the other is the trying to be funny one.
Makes sense.
So if he could just not talk, and the other guy can tell us.
Well, I've heard again. We're still waiting on an update for the admins about what exactly happened there. My best guess, if we didn't get a disconnect, is that like someone's sensors got messed up or something like that. Like their Oculus sensors got misaligned, and
if you're Nilovic, you punched the wall and broke your wrist again.
Yeah,
that happens.
Could be a medical emergency. You never know.
You
this
never
is a physical game. It's a contact sport. You know?
I never know what I could break if I try to dab. You know, this nose has a very sharp angle to it.
That was the excuse I used, and it didn't work.
What, your nose?
No, the fact that I was worried about breaking things.
Yeah, but you didn't do it again. You said you're worried about breaking your cup here.
Yeah,
so
but I still did it.
Let me take your cup from you.
And you're like,
no, I want my water. No, you didn't. Do it again. You're supposed to do it again.
It's you that needs to do it. I've already fulfilled my obligation to society for the day.
I don't know what you're talking about. I don't owe anyone anything. It's never happened in my life.
Maybe it's gonna be a lot of refunds today.
Oh no, I think Jersey's just gonna be like, hey, I got a lot of extra free money now. I got 200 euros in my pocket. What should I do with it? Hey.
Oh boy.
You know, it happens. I just keep looking at chat and they keep talking about, Chat needs to start focusing on the teams, focus on the match. We don't need to think about me dabbing because that's not a sight you ever want to see.
That's a topic now. That's a thing.
It's not a topic.
We've hyped it up.
We hyped it up?
I've hyped it up. They created a GoFundMe or whatever that was, and it's been obligated. I don't know if you actually agreed upon the amount, but it's been obligated.
I don't think
clearly,
I ever agreed upon actually doing it.
It's explicit. So
what? How does that have to do with anything with?
Back in the game we go, folks.
Good, because I'm looking at. Oh my god, they actually did tweet that.
I think this is live, but just gonna wait a sec here to make sure. Yeah, this looks like it's live. So we're getting back into it. Just want to make sure there wasn't any goals we had to score or anything like that.
Out of 150 goal. 1,000 euros out of 150.
No.
No, we're not.
Okay.
See, if it was like 1,000, then I'd be like, all right, I have to, right? But it's never
you can't keep leading people on like this. You can't keep. Oh, maybe if you get more, you can't do that. Come on.
I hit like 100,000 followers on Twitter.
Oh my god. Let's take a look here at the action. So we've got Kairos looking to try and bring things back. They've still got a little over half the match to try and do this. The launch, well, from the disc there is not going to work out the way they would have planned. The players of Team Telepathy end up just punching on Kairos there a little bit, but it will allow for Team Telepathy to get back. Disc control, more importantly, clear it out of their hotspot here. And as well, a good launch to follow it up. An immediate regrab too, but in comes Kairos right after that. They end up stacking on top of each other. Twang Pants will now pick it up, sends it back through the left tunnel here and into Team Telepathy territory once again.
2 minutes left, and Kairos still have yet to really get decent control of the disc. Good, another clear comes through yet again, able to boost themselves back towards the other side of the field. It's going to be a 1v1, and he tries to go for the slam dunk, and he gets it. Telepathy Infinity again. The only one to score points in this round now puts him up 5-0.
It's a good lead established from Team Telepathy. Considering these matches have been relatively back and forth up until this point. But granted, I'm going to have the caveat that Kairos was a bit late to the party in the second round. We didn't really see most of their goals happening until very late in the previous round. So it's likely, again, that they kind of kick up the heat a little bit here within this last minute or two. And we see them try to bring the scoreline back a tad, if not outright try to take the match here. Otherwise, it's going to be Team Telepathy moving forward and, more importantly, qualifying for regionals. And Kairos will have that very unfortunate defeat, falling one step short of a regional event.
That's going to be such a shame, too, because they've already had one chance to get through with their last match against Smash Dash, and they were not able to do so. And now to come to the second match and be able to fall again would be very unfortunate for them, especially Martin III from Gravity when we did get to see him at the UK Invitational. Here we go. Push comes in. Twang. He's got a one-on-one situation. This little punch comes in from behind, but the block comes through another time. Infinity again. This player's just been all over the field doing God's work here.
It's going to go back, however, it won't fully clear just yet. So Team Telepathy, still a little bit of a scary situation, but thankfully that gets resolved quickly. A nice launch, but it will go into the possession of Kairos almost immediately with Martin III picking it back up. He sends it back the other way. Just passes Ramus. I thought he would have been able to retrieve it, but not the case. Kairos are way too slow to follow this up, by the way, so it's going to get cleared once again by Team Telepathy. Now under 1 minute. Team Telepathy are probably perfectly happy to continue doing this back and forth all day. They just can't let the goal opportunity present itself. It's now moving in. Oh, a nice interception coming in from Ducky, though. Steals it right out of their hands. And again, it's out of there. It's going right back to Kairos' territory.
38 seconds left. Kairos has to score, and they need to do it now. And the problem is they actually might have another shot coming from Ducky, and he does. He gets another three-pointer. 8 points in the lead now with 34 seconds. That almost puts Kairos out of potential reach from even having a chance. I think it actually even almost does here now, Blue. Can Telepathy get the upset against Kairos a second time?
I mean, it's 3 goals minimum now they need to score in 30 seconds. So they have 10 seconds max per goal that they have to score here. It's just not looking likely for Kairos. Not only that, but you have up to 2 potentially new rounds. You're also going to have to start with Team Telepathy having possession, assuming that Kairos even are able to score once here. So unfortunately, the odds have just stacked up too much against them. And it's nearly a safe bet now to call it for Team Telepathy here. Big congratulations to them, especially with that last 3-pointer they managed to score at the end. We'll see how these last couple of seconds play out, but I think it's all but done at this point. Loose disc, and they'll try to pick it up, but already 10 seconds gone, and that's going to do it, ladies and gentlemen. No way for Kairos to get back into it now with this much of a divergence in the scoreline here. They're still going to be trying their best to move in, but won't be working out. So Telepathy will be taking the match 2-1 being the final score. And with that, they will qualify with a bit of an upset here from considering earlier's match. They will qualify for the EU regionals leading up to Oculus Connect. They will need to perform incredibly well there, though, as remember, only the top 2 from the regionals will actually go forward to the main event at OC5 at the end of September.
We have to keep in mind this last chance qualifier didn't even have like the top 6 teams throughout the entire season. So just barely beating these teams will not be enough when you're going against the best of the best that your region has to offer. So now from this time here to the time when those actually happen, we need to see some improvement in a lot of the teams here. Not only just these two, obviously, the teams from the stage 3 final, the stage 2 final as well need to improve to be that first and second seed or spot coming through. We will still have one more match coming your way today. It will be the grand finals to determine seeding coming into the regionals. So we do have to head to a short break, but when we come back, we'll be kicking that off, and we'll see you guys in a few.